Thanks, Q. Tell your mans to chill. Yo, who mans is this? Somebody come get us.
I agree.
And then, man, I mean, rookie of the year, you got it. Now, right now, the MVP race is actually insane. I don't know who's gonna be MVP. It's tough to call, man. It's definitely tough to call. A lot of people are saying Embiid, of course. Of course, you got LeBron always in the runnings. Damian Lillard, people are throwing his name out there. I think Damian Lillard is honestly somebody who's been slept on in the MVP race for a few years because he's literally been essentially single-handedly carrying that Blazers team to the playoffs. Past couple of years, CJ and Nurkic have been having injuries. So almost single-handedly, Lillard has been taking the team to the playoffs, man.
That is like for real. Dame Dollar is bucket. Like for real. The race is absolutely huge. You got Dame, you got Jokic, been playing out of his mind for Denver. You got Joel Embiid. You have Luka. They talk about Luka Doncic is in the conversation, but
I think that's starting to drop man.
I was gonna say the person that's number one in the MVP race right now. I gotta bring him out. The man is literally in year 18. This man is like considered old in the league, but right now the Lakers are second in the Western Conference. The Utah Jazz have been playing out of their mind, which I'll get into them in a second. But this man, third all-time in scoring, he has not slowed down yet. Yes, he had that minor injury during 2018-2019 season that made him miss like 17 games, that groin pop. But since then, the Lakers have been one of the best teams, and he's carrying them right now without Anthony Davis. Yes, they lost to Brooklyn the other night, but you're talking about a team that has Kyrie Irving and James Harden. And in today's day and age, you need two stars to compete, 110%. But what this man is doing right now, and he's number one in the MVP race right now, it's his to lose. But to be honest, I don't think he's going to at this point. The only way it's going to happen is if his team keeps losing. But I don't think that's going to be the case because AD is supposed to be reevaluating in like 2 weeks. If he comes back, boom.
Are they even the best team in LA?
Oh. Daniel?
Take a look at the standings. Lakers are second. Clippers are third. That should answer that right now.
Okay. I agree with Daniel. I agree with both you guys. There was at one point, it's like just a two-man race and B LeBron. But then, like you said, Nikola Jokic is high performances. Damian Lillard under the radar for some reason. Again, we can argue that the Portland market is as grand as the LA's or the Houstons or like the Denver media, but he's been under the radar. He's been slept on. I will say I believe LeBron is slightly over Embiid. I feel like people are looking at that 2 to 3 week gap with AD not being there as like, this is like your time to submit, you getting this, award, because it's like, yeah, we understand AD is a huge part of, the Lakers' success, but like, what can you do? Can you show it to the team as you're used to in Cleveland? So it's like, everyone's putting up 30 balls. We've seen what Bradley Beal's doing. It's like, what are you going to do? How do you individually shoulder, the success? Because, I mean, like you said, they keep losing. They're going to lose that record, and they're going to lose their standing within the Western Conference, which we know, I mean, it's not all about what happens in the regular season, but within the postseason. But, I mean, like he says, the Clippers are coming up. So it's like, all right, now, you the MVP. Yo, this was his 18th season. True. We know they say slow down. You're a better cerebral player. You're not relying on athleticism. It's more so. It's like you got a target on your back. So let's get to it. So I agree with Daniel though. I think LeBron's edge over to everyone.
Can I ask a question to the both of y'all?
All right.
with the Utah Jazz having the best record in the NBA, do you think Donovan Mitchell or Rudy Gobert should be in the MVP
First
conversation?
of all, I don't know why you said Rudy Gobert.
Oh, okay. Because
I'll keep him in that defensive player conversation. Granted. Most valuable player is not necessarily all about points. I think Rudy Gobert is the anchor to that team. But if you take Rudy Gobert and you take Donovan Mitchell and you remove and enter either one of them, I think you see the farthest impact from Donovan Mitchell being left out of that equation. Rudy Gobert, you put him with any prolific guard, I think he still does what he does.
like you
I
said,
don't think that record and everything that what they got going on will be the same without Donovan Mitchell.
I was just gonna say though, like you said, Rudy Gobert is the anchor to the team. Rudy Gobert has been putting up double doubles without a problem, protecting the rim, the glue that's been holding the team together.
Definitely.
And Donovan Mitchell has been putting up his buckets like with no regard. But my thing is that how come, like, fine, if you say Donovan should be in the MVP conversation, how come he's not in the conversation right now, though? Even though the Jazz have proven to be, like, the best team in the league. Don't get me wrong, the Clippers only beat them by 4, but they still got the best record in the league.
I can see
the point.
Yeah, fact. This is a great point, bro. I can see maybe, first of all, Rudy Gobert, I agree with Ben. Like, let's be honest. Okay. Nah, he should. I'll keep him within that defensive player. Yeah. I mean, he's definitely an anchor of that team, but nah, man, like he's not MVP, bro. I also will say I feel like Jazz's success is also more team oriented.
That's the point I wanted to make as well.
Okay.
Like Donovan's getting his 25, 27 range, but he's also getting help from Jordan Clarkson's, the Ingles, the Bogdanoviches, like everyone's kind of contributing.
They're playing
so
well.
And now again, like you said, it comes with likability. Like we all love Donovan Mitchell, and we all know what Shaq did to kind of fuel his fire for these performances. But I just think, to a degree, like kind of like Shaq says, like he has to go a little bit to another level to get there. And I mean, he's not doing something that we kind of haven't seen. But I think, to me personally, like Donovan's hooping, but I think it's more of the team and Quinn Snyder, who I believe should be coach of the year. That's another topic for another day. Foreshadowing, but I think it's a team success.
Like I said, it's just my whole thing is that people have wanted to base this whole MVP conversation off of success and wins. Giannis has won back-to-back years because he was the best player on the best team in the league. And my thing is the Utah Jazz are the best team in the league. So my thing is, why not give Donovan Mitchell the same type of love? Instead, actually, my thing is he should at least be top 10 in MVP voting because he's been playing out of his mind for the Jazz. I personally think he should be in the top 10 conversation. Like you said, I will take Shaq's words into consideration. We're not seeing stuff that hasn't been done before. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, if you're going to base off the win percentage, stuff like that, Donovan Mitchell should be in the conversation. That's all I got to say.
I could say I could kind of understand where you're coming from. And I could definitely say and make an argument as to why you can keep Donovan Mitchell in that realm of somebody who should be MVP. But then he started to come with a give and take. Who do you take out of that top 10? Because right now, like I said, I can keep him LeBron, Joel Embiid, of course, Giannis. You got 3 guys in New Jersey that could technically be pulling for most valuable right now. Paul George has been playing well this year. Of course, Jokic has been playing well. Jamal Murray has had a 50 ball. I can't forget about Damian Lillard. Like it's tough. I mean, like I said, if you break down most valuable player, where was Portland before Damian Lillard came over there?
Okay, all right. That is true. That is true. But they have Brandon over there. They were still a playoff team
for years, 20 years. The Jazz have been, so it doesn't matter who was going over there. When they had Sloan, they gonna be a good team no matter what.
I agree.
So that's why I kind of understand where Ron is coming from. They're a good team no matter what. Donovan Mitchell has been balling. But I'm putting Zach LaVine in front of him.
Okay. Now I gotta draw the line. No. You can put Zach LaVine in the conversation for most improved, not some MVP. Heck no.
Why?
Look, let me put it this way. All right, look. Like I said, the whole narrative with the whole MVP award is not just your stats. Okay? It's your stats and your win percentage as well. The Bulls are so irrelevant with win percentage, it's not even funny. Look, don't disrespect Donovan Mitchell by saying Zach LaVine is in front of him. No, that's absolutely false. Negative. You're bugging.
Thing, fellas. I'm gonna let you continue. I will agree with Ben, and I will put this other name. I mean, his win percentage to this degree. I'm gonna say another player, Bradley Beal. Now, this guy in quadruple, and he's still averaging about 30 points. Now, with Donovan Mitchell, he can get double teamed, and they know a lot of teams focus and key in on him, but he has those other weapons to where
that's the difference.
Me personally, but I think Zach LaVine balling as well. We all know they're not gonna get MVP, and we all agree to the win percentage. But I think as a total offensive player, Zach LaVine does get slept on too.
Yeah, and I'm just making that point in regards to what you're saying. Because you're saying, why is Donovan Mitchell slept on? Well, you got players that's playing better than him and bringing teams that are somewhat a blip. Bro, Stephen Curry is in a higher position for MVP than he is. Stephen Curry's playing with a bunch of rookies. He's playing with a bunch of rookies, and they're in the playoffs.
I get. I'm just. All I gotta say is that
I think you're solidly misconstruing having the best team with a good player on a good team versus being the most valuable player in the NBA.
Okay.
That's why I can make the argument. That's me making the argument that top 10 is tough because he's playing very good. Very good. But you got guys playing better, and I think that are contributing more to their team.
We crossed over, then we slammed dunk. Michael Jordan 6 rings make me slam dunk. Drink the whiskey with the chickens, I'm a slam dunk. Hit on with the